on sustainable value chain approaches of agroforestry. And for delivering this lecture, uh, Dr. K.T. Parthiban sir with us. So without wasting any time, first of all, I would like to request Dr. Manmohan Dobriyal sir, Professor Forestry and Head of Department Silviculture and Agroforestry, to kindly introduce Dr. K.T. Parthiban sir.
Thanks, Dr. Prabhat. Vanakkam, sir. So, voice.
Sir, kindly.
Okay. So, let me introduce the Dr. Parthiban sir. Though he no need of any introduction, we all know the in forestry the name of Dr. Parthiban. He is a professor forestry and head of department. Previously, he was also dean of the Forest College and Research Institute and Forest College and Research Institute, Metropolitan. He engaged in the professional forestry teaching, research, and extension more than 25 years, and is pioneering in conceiving this value chain models of industrial agroforestry and promoted the industrial wood plantation establishment in association with various wood-based industries, paper, pulp, mass wood, plywood, biomass, even power wood power generations. He also pioneered in the development of varieties of trees, particularly in Casuarina and Melia, and transferred these varieties from farm lands through the consortia mode of the tree farming. He also credential of the conceiving the comprehensive tree insurance scheme and implemented throughout the Tamil Nadu. He has vast experience in teaching UG, PG, and PhD program in forestry. He guided more than 35 MSc students, PhD scholars, also numerous handles numerous projects of DST, DBT, ICR, NOBOD, and also several wood industry based projects. He also published more than 10 books, 100 research papers. Some of which are very famous among the young aspirants of the GRF as well as the IFS and all. Dr. Parthiban also had experience of the abroad. Also, he visited many European countries like UK, France, Republic of Ireland, Germany, Holland, Hungary, as well as Latin American countries, Brazil, Denmark, as well as Asian countries of Philippines, Malaysia. So he is a well-suited person for this particular topic, especially because he is, you can say, one of the founder of this industrial agroforestry value chain model. So I welcome you, sir, and now it's forum for you for this. Basically, the most of the masters, PhD students, as well as the faculties enrolled, more than 400 enrolled in this program of manage. So I welcome you, sir. Now floor is for you. Thank you. So what? Voice, sir, voice. No, voice is not audible.
No, sir. Your voice is not coming.
Dr. Manmohan, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I must be thankful to Dr. Manmohan for having invited me and all the organizers of the your university and all the participants, the students, faculty members. I'm really pleased to be here and sorry for the inconvenience caused in the morning because we have visitors from USAID projects. So that's the reason a short-term review has been done. And that's the only reason. But anyway, this title is I'm really happy Manage and your university is organizing a beautiful concept of value chain based market mechanism and how agroforestry in the country is seen, witnessed, how the agroforestry can be taken to a different role. All the participants today, without agroforestry, none of the industry in the country is flourishing. None of the industry. Forget about wood-based industry. You take any non-wood-based industries. Again, I'm not saying about non-timber forest products. I'm saying about those who are not involved in forestry-based product, but those who are involved in the other sectors of textile, energy, pharmaceutical, industrial, computer industry, food industry, oil industry, mining industry. You take almost all sectors. These are the sectors using more of wood and wood resources. So that is a very alarming phase where nowhere it has been pronounced. That's the reason. Even today, now you take Government of India, Ministry of Power, it has given a mandatory requirement, mandatory blending of all coal plants. Coal is used as an energy sector by almost all industries, all the corporate industries. That's what I said. Don't take only wood-based industries alone, take any industries. And the mandate is all the coal plants, they have to blend 5% of the biomass. Where the biomass is available, the Government of India focus was on the agricultural residues. But collecting agricultural residues, transporting them, logistics, all these things are a problem. Quality variability, grass calorific value, ash content, moisture content, and their utilization, compatibility with the existing boiler system. They are all a major problem. And these industries demanded large volume of wood. That's the reason today all the foresters are those who are joined here. Maybe you should know that in the existing land use system, without agroforestry land use system, the productivity in the agriculture system will not happen. Will not happen. Will not happen. So the agriculture needs, the land use system needs to be really revamped. That is the reason we are pronouncing not agroforestry, but industry-based agroforestry. Because agroforestry is the oldest world. When the art of civilization of agriculture started, agroforestry started. People started planting trees for aesthetic, for avenue, for grazing animals, for treating as a small timber, everything. But why this agroforestry is very pronounced highly in the recent past? This is because of the role played by agroforestry in meeting the domestic wood requirement and the industrial wood requirement. Today, domestic wood requirement, you take Government of India import during the last 10 years. We have become net importers. You see the utilization of wood compared to the last 10 years before. Currently, the solid wood utilization has come down, not because of the non-preferences, because of the non-availability of wood and wood resources. So that is the reason today what we have to do is we have to make the system available, translate agroforestry into a commercially viable agroforestry. That agroforestry must be linked with industry-based agroforestry. Once if it is linked with industry-based agroforestry, what are the requirements? One of the requirements are technological requirements. Second one is marketing requirement. Technology and marketing should go simultaneously. Here the role of almost all the professionals, maybe agriculture professionals, horticulture professionals, or forestry professionals, or any professionals involved in promotion of forestry and agroforestry sector. Take it granted, they are going to play a vital role in meeting the wood demand, besides satisfying the demands of the whole country. The demand is in the form of domestic demand, and second one is demand in the form of industrial sector. That is the reason I think I'll be presenting how the agroforestry today is highly different. There is a shift in agroforestry promotional activities. The so-called the unorganized sector has been translated into a value chain sector. The supply chain has been translated into a value chain. That means in each and every stage of producer to consumer, the technology is intervened, linking is intervened, marketing is intervened, price support system is intervened. All these things are a very classical model. That's the reason for all the participants, I think you should know what is really happening in India, how the agroforestry is gaining importance, why agroforestry is important, what are the major challenges and constraints, how the challenges and constraints can be resolved through technological, through linking, and through the marketing mechanism, how this can be replicable across the country, not only in Tamil Nadu, across the country as well. Today, we are implementing the model in 7 states, including Uttar Pradesh, implementing the model. So why I'm saying this, there is a greater potential of today's agroforestry is called technology leverage agroforestry. If anyone says agroforestry is the traditional nothing, your silviculture in agroforestry is totally different. Your intercropping is totally different. Your management system is totally different. Your harvesting period is not based on the rotation of years. Harvesting is based on the sizes. Single tree with a multifunctional utility. So all these things are now a growing concerns. How this can be taken to the farmlands, how this can be converted into a profitable agroforestry model so that this will gain good market system, how this can be taken into a large scale amplified products of energy.
Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself.
I think you just give a standing direction to all the participants to mute their mics. Okay. Now I'll share my PowerPoint. Please confirm whether my PPT is visible to you or not. Whether it is visible?
Is it visual, sir? Kindly make it into slideshow mode, sir.
Is that okay now? Hello?
No, sir.
Not in slide mode, sir. Slideshow mode.
Slideshow mode.
So stop share and share again.
No?
So
No, sir,
please stop the share and try to again share in entire mode.
Share the entire screen. Unshare it and again share in entire screen, sir.
Yes, sir. Visible, yes, sir. Okay, okay.
Okay, wow, Manmohan. Hello?
Yes, sir. It's now okay.
Okay, this is what it's called sustainable value chain approaches in agroforestry. This is predominantly pronounced in the form of industry-based agroforestry. So that's the reason. So how the agroforestry value chain? First of all, we must understand. People always say value chain means only economics or the social sciences they can deal it. It's a technology leverage. That's the reason the value chain is whatever we are going to intervene in the existing entire production to consumption. Whether the intervention is through technology, it's a technology value chain. If the intervention is through a networking and linkages, it's an organizational value chain. If the intervention is through price supportive mechanism, it's a marketing intervention. If anything is value added, it's again once again a technology based value added based supply chain, value chain. So all these things are cumulatively it is leveraged. That is presented here as a sustainable value chain model. Next slide. So before going to these systems, first of all, we should understand where agroforestry is playing a vital role. Today, you take any industries in India. Originally, timber, you take timber alone. India was the exporter. When the Britishers came to India, they are highly fascinated with the Indian timbers. Teak was known, rosewood was known, cedar grown in North India was known. The Britishers, they identified these species, created a forest department only for legal harvesting. The wood was harvested, exported to rest of the European countries, London particularly, converted into this was utilized for shipbuilding industry. The ship was traveling across Commonwealth countries. There was a day all the Commonwealth countries were once ruled by Britishers, traveled by ship made out of wood, Indian wood. That is a teak wood, rosewood, and the cedar wood. Today, what is happening? You go to timber market, you ask for timber, you will never get Indian teak, except maybe a few states like Maharashtra, some parts of northeastern states, some parts of Kerala. Other parts, only imported wood is available. Ghana teak, Costa Rican teak, Colombian teak, South African teak, Nigerian teak, even Indonesian teak. No Indian teak. So that is the system now. Now teak is also coming at the short duration of 8 years. So all these things are there is a paradigm shift in the whole system. The country which was once exporting country, today it has become a net importers. Take ply and panel. Why ply and panel industry is very robust today? There is no solid wood available in the country. There is no solid wood. That's a major technological value chain. Intervene. Plywood, particle board, MDF, LDF, HDF, panels, laminates, everything has been intervened. How? This intervention, this is not intervention, this is an innovation. They created a engineered wood products, composite wood products as a replacement to the existing solid wood. So that was a major history. It was a major invention. Today, India is known for 3,500 ply and panel industries. I am saying organized sectors of industry. An equal number, even more than equal number, is available as under unorganized sectors where no data is available. Similarly, take pulp and this industry, ply and panel, the growth rate is 8 to 10%. Within 10 years, the demand is going to be increased by 4 folds. Today, the demand is almost 30 to 40 million metric cube. Maybe in 4-fold means it may reach more than 100 million metric cube because this is because of the growing demand. The demand for the growing demand for the panel products, not for the wood and wood products. So that's another important thing. Then paper and paper products. India is known for anything more than 100 different paper grades, starting from a tissue paper, sanitary napkin filter paper, packaging paper, almost all kinds of writing, newsprints, rayon grade, everything. All this paper, today annual requirement is between 15 and 20 million metric cube. And you take for the last 10 years, it has increased from 5 million metric cube to 20 million metric cube, 4-fold. Within another 20 years, today everyone think that paper consumption has come down. Not like that. At time of independence, per capita paper consumption was less than 2 kilos. At 1980, when the computer was introduced, the policymakers, bureaucrats, politicians, even researchers, we all thought that paper consumption will come drastically down. You don't believe, after introduction of computer, paper consumption has gone to 6 to 8 kilos. Today we are in digital era. Paperless transaction, cashless transaction, and the per capita paper consumption has gone to 13 kilos. When the population was 30 crore, per capita consumption was less than 2 kilos. When the population today is 145 crore, per capita paper consumption is 13 kilos. Imagine the volume of wood required. Why this paper consumption? Changes in policies. Educational policies change. That is taking a wide range of wide volume of the paper and paper products. Changes in import and export policies, changes in polythene utilization. All these things are attracting towards the paper and paper products. Even today, even you take your straw, the soft drinks and hot drinks straw. The straw is converted into a paper product, not from a plastics, which is again getting banned. So everything is a product. Tissue paper and sanitary napkin filter paper, it is largely imported to India, exported to India for the utilization by the domestic and industrial sector. More than that, paper consumption by the hospitals, healthcare, very, very huge. No one understands what is the volume here. It's all getting imported, specialty papers. So that's another important problem growing. Sports goods and agriculture implements. India is a hub, both for sports goods and agriculture implements. You know what is happening? Who knows this? Only few companies are enjoying the whole benefits. Few traders are using it. Few importers are enjoying the whole benefits. And the match industries, we are the robust country across the world. Entire South India is becoming a hub. Originally, it was a northern part. Today, it's the southern part of India is becoming a hub. So match industries, all the match industries are getting closed, small and medium scale industries. Only commercial large scale industries are viable because they are able to import it. Originally, match wood means only ailanthus. Today, no ailanthus. Nothing is available. No ailanthus. The poplar is not diverted for a matchstick production. Even poplar availability is enough for a panel industries. So that is the reason demand of wood and wood products is very, very huge. New industries are coming, not only the domestic industries. International institutes are also coming and establishing industry in India, taking into consideration the existing policy on wood consumption, the growing demand of wood and wood products, the growing interest on interior decorations, the growing interest on wood-based panels. All these things are attracting the engineer and housing products. All the developmental process, science and technological advancements, it is also getting attracted because of the paper utilization and agriculture implements getting attraction and all the value-added products getting attraction. sports goods, pencils, almost all the products, everything is wood and wood-based products. It is gaining attraction. Next slide. Similarly, wide range of non-wood forest products. Today, Indian forest supports almost 80% of the non-timber forest products. How long it will support? Because the collection currently available is unscientific collections. There is no rehabilitation, there is no restoration. So automatically what is happening? The productive capacity of the natural forest is getting down, and Indian forest is one of the lowest in terms of productivity compared to global averages. And this production of some, I'm not talking about almost all the non-timber forest products. Indian forest is supporting 178 products. Out of 178 products, 35 products are of commercial importance. And out of this, less than 10 products are primary products. What are they? Oils and essential oils, medicinal plants, gums and resins, tans and dyes, fibers and floss, agarbakti. They are all what is called the primary NTIP products. And these products demand larger volume of economics, larger volume of raw materials. No raw materials available. You take gums and resins. Today, the entire country is depending on only imported gums and resins. How you take that paints, take the varnishes, you take the cosmetics, you take the any perfumer industries. They are all depending on these two products. Today, the entire product is getting imported, paints and varnishes. So now the demand is very, very huge. People are innovating the new products. People are innovating, even take dyes. We are starving for dyes. We are starving for dyes. All the export companies, all the import companies, they are mandatorily requiring natural dyes. Tannins. Originally, we were exporters. Today, we have become importers. South Africa is leading the whole imports. Fibers and flashes. Huge multitude of products. Agarbakti. We are the largest producer across the world. Largest consumer is American countries. Largest producer is Asia, particularly India. 80% of the global production goes from India, that too from Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. And what is happening? The entire agarbakti is produced depending on only imported agarbakti, imported raw material of Bambusa tulda. So that means, can we not have any bamboo here? All these things are very, very huge products. So don't restrict agroforestry to one species or two species. Each and every state must have prioritized 20 different species as per the provisions of National Agroforestry Policy, which may be amenable for wood and wood products, which may be amenable for non-wood and non-wood forest products. So that is the reason inventarization of industry itself is very important. I have just listed only wood and non-wood based industries. More than that, there are a wide range of industries. These industries are very, very huge. And country like India, you take India. I have said originally we were exporters. Till 1980 and 1996, the demand of domestic timber, the demand of domestic non-timber, the demand of industrial timber, the demand of industrial non-timber, it's all met from natural forests. The implementation of Forest Conservation Act, the implementation of Biological Diversity Bill, the Honorable Supreme Court Supreme Court directions in 1996, they all restricted the availability of wood and wood products. Even certain cases, it has totally banned felling operations in many of the reserve forest area, unless otherwise it is notified in working plan prescriptions. If that is the case, whatever you and me have enjoyed so far, the raw material requirement for domestic and industrial utilization from the natural forest, it has to be sourced outside the natural forest because there is a legal compulsion. That is the reason, even there is an estimate by Government of India, 78% of the products used by the human beings, almost 80% of the products used by the wood-based industries, they are all sourced from trees outside forests, predominantly 80% in the form of agroforestry derived products. Remaining 20% is from public cleaning products or imported products. Same is the case, it is happening with the non-timber forest products. That means, for the country like India, the annual demand of the wood and wood products is estimated, I am saying, organized sectors of industry alone, more than 150 million metric cube. An equal quantity of another 150 million metric cube of wood is demanded for unorganized sectors. More than 400 million metric cube of wood is demanded for the energy sector. We are an energy starving country. So that is the reason, even the country like India, over 700 to 800 million metric cube of wood is demanded to meet the domestic and industrial sector. Not even 5% of the wood is available from the existing forested ecosystem for consumption, for utilization, both by the society and by the industry. That means everything is outside the natural forest. And within outside the natural forest, over 80% is predominantly from agroforestry sector. That means agroforestry is deciding, dictating the entire economy of the systems. You take entire nations economic GDP contribution for all sectors. Agriculture and allied activity, including forestry, contributes 44 lakh crore. 44 lakh crore. That means a huge volume of economy is involved in the whole systems. Next slide. So you take state of Tamil Nadu. I have indicated Indian scenario. You take state of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is a hub for almost all sectors of industries. I am not taking all sectors of industries. I am prioritizing only 7 sectors of industry. Timber sectors. Timber, my annual demand for the state is 30 lakh tons, 33 lakh tons. Pulpwood demand, 17 lakh tons. And this has grown from 2 lakh tons from 2004 and 5 onwards. When I started this project, a value chain project, 2004 and 5, the demand was only 2 lakh tons. And the entire 2 lakh ton was supplied by Tamil Nadu Forest Plantation Corporations. There was no dearth. Within 10 years, the total demand for the state has gone to 17.5 lakh tons. I am getting less than 1 lakh ton from Tamil Nadu Forest Plantation Corporation. That is also with a severe problem, we are getting this material. So that means over 95% of the raw material is coming from outside the forest. Ply and panel, Tamil Nadu is housed with over 60 different industries. Their annual demand is 12 lakh ton, 10 to 12 lakh ton. Match wood, over 5 lakh tons. Packing cases, over 2 lakh ton only for one district, one zone, not district, one zone, which incorporated 5 districts. There are 7 zones. Imagine, almost 14 lakh ton is the total demand. And other industries, furniture and cottage industry, construction industry, other industry over 5 lakh tons. For all these industries alone, my annual demand to meet the solid wood is 70 lakh ton. Over and above, Tamil Nadu is known for different sectors of energy industry. I'll come to next. And this is energy demand alone. I need 100 lakh ton of wood demand. So totally, for a simple small state, my annual demand of 170 lakh ton of wood is estimated. This is very important, very critical. Each and every state, even Lakshmibai University, you can also, Forestry College, you can also assess the demand for the state of Uttar Pradesh. No data is available. Assess the demand. Based on the assessment, develop an agroforestry model. And that model must be a technology leveraged model, price supported model, consortium linked model, incubation linked model. So that is the reason for the state of Tamil Nadu we have assessed. Next slide. That assessment, besides whatever the data I have presented, 170 lakh ton, that was up to 2022 December. 2023 new industries started coming, particularly MDF industries. One of the international industries, Xylosys, Swiss-based company, European company, they are now establishing a base in Tamil Nadu, Thoothukudi, establishing a largest MDF, first and largest MDF plant in India. They are also establishing laminated plyboards. Then panel industry, already 2023 June onwards, the green lamp industry started establishing new industry and started running commercially. Annual demand is 3 lakh tons. Increased. Particle board, Century Ply, Chennai, they are establishing industry 2024, September onwards. Within another 2 to 3 months, the industry is going to run. The annual demand is going to increase by another 3 to 5 lakh tons. Tamil Nadu government itself created a furniture hub in Thoothukudi. For the furniture hub, my demand of annual wood demand of wood is more than 20 lakh tons within another 3 to 5 years. That means, additionally, from 2023, my annual demand is going to increase by 30 to 40 lakh tons. 30 to 40 lakh tons. Next slide. Over and above, energy, I already said 100 lakh ton. This 100 lakh ton is not simply we are saying. There are 4 sectors of industries. One is a biomass power plant, over 280 megawatt. Second one is cogeneration plant, sugar mill, over 800 megawatt. Third one is co-firing plants, who are using coal as a raw material. Recently, Government of India, Ministry of Power, indicated very clearly, all coal-powered plants, they have to blend 5% biomass. It's a compulsory blending. So for which annual demand is almost 30 lakh tons. Other industries, hotels, small hotels, large hotels, star hotels, and other industries, textiles, mining, steel, pharmaceutical, and other sectors, my annual demand is going to be more than 10 lakh tons. Totally, 100 lakh ton of additional wood is needed from the current year onwards. Next slide. More than the Dow, biofuels, new industries are coming. All international flights mandated a fuel called sustainable aviation fuel. It's a biofuel, but not a biodiesel, not an ethanol. It's a sustainable aviation fuel. Some of the forestry students and scholars and the faculties watching this presentation, you can be an innovator of SAF, any species, oil seeds. We cannot convert edible oil for non-edible because we are already shortage. Originally, 1980s, we were exporters of edible oil. Today, we have become net importers. 48 to 52% of edible oil in the country is imported edible oil. So all these things attracted more than 20 to 30 lakh tons of seeds. Indian forest is known to produce 100 lakh tons. But where is the wood available? Where is the trees available? Where are the seeds available? Inaccessible. Unorganized collection. Unsustainable collection. Problem in collections. Recurrent natural calamities. And a failure in flowering and fruiting. All these are problems. But huge demand. Now, companies like Mitsubishi, Mahindra and Mahindra, Renew, they're all competing for only one reason, sustainable aviation fuel. Next slide. What they want is a huge volume of biomass. What are the potential? Okay, these are all the demand pattern, both for India and for the state of Tamil Nadu. What is the alternate? Forest is not going to support. It is supporting less than 2 lakh tons. Less than 2 lakh tons. It is going to be less than 1 lakh ton. So where to go? How the industry will survive? Import. But import is not financially viable. And many countries are banning export of timber by round logs. They are exporting timber by finished products. That's another important problem. So country like India cannot afford this particular process. So we started developing a concept called industrial agroforestry. That industrial agroforestry have a prioritized species, conceived a tree outgrow scheme, list of identified species, list of identified industries, linked with the stakeholders of consortium, then promote this as a value chain based system. So all these things are a potential possible options. Next slide. So once we take this model, when we started 2004 and 5, lot of challenges. 2008 through value chain, NEIP model, again lot of challenges. Even today also, we are facing challenges. All this I have put it comprehensively to make easy understanding to all the faculties and students, constraints that exist in agroforestry, social constraints. The farmers are not aware. Technology-based agroforestry not aware. Still they think that only eucalyptus and popular in northern part of India, eucalyptus and casuarina in southern part of India is the only commercial crop. India is known for more than 100 different tree species known as the commercial. Not now, historically. So social challenges. And they should be technologically updated, technologically leveraged agroforestry. And the production level challenges. Even Assam today, several people are planting except a few species like cashew and eucalyptus. Other species, even today, no improved genetic resources are available for all common man. What is the problem? Research institutes across the country, they have to develop varieties and the technology for mass multiplication. Variety means high yielding, short duration varieties. Today, for all the information of all the gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are producing trees in 18 months. 18 months, the trees are now amenable for harvest for paper production. 36 months, amenable for ply and panel. 1 to 2 years, amenable for energy sector. Less than 2 years, amenable for MDF, LDF, particle board, and all sectors of engineered products. That means today tree is equal to the sugarcane and banana. Only thing is what is needed is the practice of the high yielding short duration variety, which is not available. Quality planting, everyone talks about today quality planting material. Today, 1 in every 5 meetings in the country organized by almost all government agencies and private agencies. They talk about quality seedling production. Everyone says, even Assam today, with all the science and technological advancements, Everyone feels that quality planting material is, if the seedlings are taller, higher, tall seedlings, quality. Very big polythene bag, quality. They never bother about genetic quality. So it is that there are two important things: genetic quality, productivity, genetic quality, wood quality, physical quality with the external factors. These are all very, very important, which nowhere it is available. And people are asking for now quality standards, certification standards. Most of the certification standards are based on the physical attributes, not the genetic or the biological attributes. That's another problem. Long duration. People are not ready to wait for long duration. Duration is not based on years hereafter, mind you, ladies and gentlemen. It is based on only technical basis. What is the size of the wood you are going to produce? What is the volume of wood you are going to produce? So that needs to be, because today the problem is technologies, all the technologies across India, maybe students, maybe the researchers, maybe the faculty members, maybe the industries, maybe the policy makers, bureaucrats, politicians, administrators, everyone need to be taught with the technological upgradations. That is all the, what is the technology? The agroforestry today is a different agroforestry. Technology leveraged agroforestry, market linked agroforestry, smart silviculture. That means single tree with multiple products. If you today you take paper industry, they are asking for a wood without bark. What the farmer will do? What the farmer will do? You go to panel industry, they are asking for wood with less than 12% bark content. Today, bark content of eucalyptus, the panel industry is 25%. 50% they are asking the people, the breeders, to reduce the bark content. Farmers are asking you, give me wood without bark. So that means these are all the system researchable issues. And bark is a now products. Sapwood is a products. Hardwood is a products. The entire wood is a products. Anything is possible. That's a silviculture is must be a smart silviculture. Single tree with a multiple product. That must be known, which is the problem. And agroforestry, not the stereotyping, silvi agriculture, silvi pasture, silvi agri silvi pasture, outdated all these things. Today, agroforestry is timber-based agroforestry, plywood-based agroforestry. The entire nomenclature need to be really changed, revamped. It is not because of nomenclature alone. Our agroforestry today is an industrial agroforestry. No, it's a people maybe in traditional agroforestry, it can be pronounced as a commercial agroforestry. But today, industrial agroforestry is the mantra. Without this, nothing is functioning here. Even you to conserve the natural forests, without agroforestry, natural forests cannot be conserved. Very simple. For a domestic demand alone, forget about industrial demand. There are strict policies available. So profitable tree crop combinations to address small landholders, medium landholders, large landholders. That is another important thing. Problems. Site-specific models. Even Assam today, we are talking about the oldest model. Problematic. Processing sector, industry must be told how you take again paper industry. I'm saying originally paper was from grasses. After that, paper was from bamboos. Today, no industry uses paper, bamboos. Only they are blending. All hardwoods are used. Now, paper industries are asking for a medium density wood. Paper industry never asked for a medium density. They are asked only for a low density originally. Today, because paper has a valued products, different sectors. Currency paper, rayon grade paper, writing papers, newsprint papers, sanitary napkin filter papers, tissue papers, even tissue paper multiple grade, packaging paper, cigarette boxes. What else you want? So industry must be told to raise. Again, very classical example, I tell you. I have invented Melia dubia not for a plywood industry. In 2006, we have introduced agroforestry only for a paper industry because Melia dubia has exhibited over 50% of pulp yield compared to 40 to 44% of the cashew and eucalyptus. But industry never listened in 2006. So because industry never listened, we have promoted, so automatically we have converted Melia dubia for a panel industry, plywood industry. Even today, several scientists, they are all talking, Melia dubia is 100% core veneer. No, not at all. No industry in the country is using 100% core veneer Melia. They are only blending core veneer product, they are blending 20 to 30%, maximum 40%. So that is the technologist. So the industry must be told, scientists must be known all these things. Utilize residues. I said, farmers, industries are asking wood without bark. What the farmer will do bark? If the farmer harvests 110, 250 kilos is a bark. It's a waste to the farmer. What he will do? Value addition technology. You have to create a value addition technology. One is the price for a wood, price for a value added products. Everything is a major system. Lastly, consumption, marketing. Everyone knows, even all the listeners here, more than hundreds. You know what is the price of tomato. You know what is the price of potato. You know what is the variety of rice. You know what is the variety of maize. What is the price of maize. Today I am asking, can anyone tell what is the price of teak today? What is the price of red sanders today? What is the price of Bungemia pinnata seeds today? What is the price of casuarina today? What is the price of other species today? Do we know this? Whether who is the supply, what is the supply chain? Who is the producer, who is the buyer? Is there any industry in the country is doing contract farming? Particularly take northern part of India. Since most of the participants here, northern part of India, where it is said it is a hub. The hub in Yamunanagar. Is there any industry who is doing contract farming for this system, facilitating buyback, facilitating price supportive system? So we have to create. Who will create? The facilitator must be a research institutes, implementing institutes, implementing other organizations, implementing industries. Anyone can be a facilitator. So even institutional credit, you go to banker, you will get loan for everything. All agriculture crop, horticulture crop, everything. If you ask for a tree component, always the bankers will say, long duration, we don't pay. Go to insurance. Similar to horticulture, agriculture crop, trees are also amenable for cyclones, amenable for fire, amenable for pest and disease, amenable damage due to drought. Everything is possible. Is there any insurance mechanism? Nothing is there. Today, everyone talks about carbon credits. What is this carbon credit? Who will do? How much quantity you will give? All these are challenges that exist in agroforestry. Without knowing these challenges, you cannot know the market mechanism. Today, market is a qualitative based market, not the quantity based market. How agriculture happens? 1950, we were starving country. We were looking for only food because there was no food. People have died because of food. The art of green revolution has been introduced. The green revolution made from a hunger country into a sufficient country in 1980s. From 1960 up to 1980, we become sufficient country. Today, we are not asking for a food. We are asking for a quality food. We are a surplus country. That is the reason we are not asking for a quantity food. We are asking for a quality food. Same is happening in industrial sector. Paper industry is asking for a high cellulose, low lignin. Ply and panel industry is asking for a medium density fiber board, medium density wood with low bar content. Timber industry is asking for a wood with dimensional stability. You and me have never studied this wood technology, wood quality studies. We always talk about wood anatomy, wood physics, wood chemistry. Now, the industrial application is totally different. So why I'm saying this, all these challenges, I think all the professional foresters, professional agriculturists who are involved in agroforestry, professional foresters who are involved in promotion of trees outside forests, they must be knowing all these challenges. Once we know these challenges, next slide. These are the another challenges. You know, now today, farm forestry, agroforestry products are coming with this quality. After 10 years, 20 years, the wood is coming with this quality. It is of no use, not even for firewood it is usable. Next slide. More than that, you see, teak, almost 23-year-old teak, internal hot rod, hot borer. No use. No use. And can we do anything? Recently, we have harvested, 2024, we have harvested. Farmer is now in a, we are not able to pay the farmer the good money. This is not only genetic, but also management. People should be able to understand. They should know the technology leverage agroforestry. Next slide. Now the growing problem is, after finished products, after converting wood into a product, within 24 months, 12 months, the wood is flexible. There is no dimensional stability. Wood is experiencing all kind of swelling and shrinkage, warping, cupping, whatever the defects you have studied in seasoning. Without seasoning, it is coming out. Most of the wood, farm-grown wood is not getting seasoned. Large number of legal implications are gaining attraction because of these internal cracking systems. Next slide. And all these things, all these challenges, all the listeners, all the participants of this forum, you should know that there are interventions, there are innovations developed by Forest College and Research Institute. I am dominating the whole team of this research and development team, promotional team, organizational team, business developmental team, consortium team, and we are intervening through 4 different approaches. One is what is called as a technological interventions. Second one is organizational interventions, networking and linkages. Third one is marketing, buyback and price supporting system. Fourth one is institutional arrangement. Create a facilitator, institutional facilitator, so that in the absence of regular institutional mechanism, these people, they can facilitate the complete agroforestry promotional activities. Next slide. What are the technological? These are the 4 interventions: technological, organizational, marketing, and the business development or institutional mechanism. What are the technological interventions? I have indicated only 7 technological interventions. There are many more. First and foremost is high yielding short duration clones. All the research institutes in the country, forest department in the country, state forest departments, they should always be involved in short term, medium term, long term, the tree improvement program, organized tree improvement program, not simply selecting it and multiplying it. You have to go for a systematic evaluation. I'll show you what is systematic evaluation. New and alternate genetic resources. India is known for anything more than 15,000 flowering plants, 15,000 to 17,000 flowering plants, out of which 3,000 to 3,500 plants are accredited with a wide range of utility, and identify the new species. As I said earlier, the media dubia was invented for a paper, but it is finding utility only in panel industries. Same is the case we have to do. QPM production. What is the QPM? Define the QPM model. Define the components: physical component, biological component, technological component. Then smart silviculture. From the traditional silviculture to a precision silviculture. Today silviculture is a smart silviculture. 1 in 10, 1 in 20. That is what it is smart. Multifunctional agroforestry. Agroforestry not only for single products, multiple products, all provisioning services, all regulational services, all cultural services, all supporting services. Can we quantify this for a monetary benefits or a carbon benefits? And mechanization. Today, another important problem in agroforestry is not the technology, but the skill. Without skill, agroforestry is not possible today. Particularly skill in plantation development, skill in plantation management, skill in plantation harvesting, skill in plantation value addition, skill in plantation post-harvest management. All these things, machineries are very, very important. I was in Brazil. I have learned 1,000 hectares is managed by only 2 to 3 people using machines. More than that, value addition sector. Today, not only today, during the last 5 years, those who are going to invest are those who have already invested in value added sector. Take it granted, they are going to be the millionaire in the whole world. Millionaire in the whole world. Next slide. So this is what the structure, breeding structure. How? This is what it is, a breeding dog. I am basically a breeder. I have written a book on tree improvement. So most of you can, I always pronounce, I'm not a Zobel breeder, I'm not a Mendelian breeder, but we have a tree breeder. We designed our own model. That model is, what is that? Existing genetic resources inventorize. Identify the best materials. I think some of you please mute your mic.
Deepak Nagar, Deepak Nagar, please mute yourself. Deepak Nagar, Salen बंद कर दीजिए इनका. Salen.
So you can use any genetic resource.
Deepak Nagar, Salen को
Okay. I'm a basically breeder. You can develop, you always have genetic resources. all forestry colleges in the country, you should have a genetic resource bank, not one selection, one species. Each and prioritized species. In each and every species, you identify all the genetic resources improved, assemble them, evaluate them systematically, provenances, seed sources, progeny. Now, clonal, simultaneous clonal evaluation. Do it simultaneous and a short duration, half rotation, quarter rotation, 3/4 rotation, and the full rotation. Do this system, evaluate both qualitative and quantitative, deploy them through amplified clonal tests, and use them for the varietal release systems. Next slide. And you see, timber genetic resources. We have prioritized 5 species. In all the 5 species, we have developed improved materials. Teak, Melena arborea, Dalbergia sisu sisyam, Kaya senegalensis, Svetina macrophylla. Go to video. So in all these systems, we established thousands of genetic resources. These are the genetic resource bank established, simultaneous evaluation, simultaneous deployment. Teak, Terminalia bellerica, Svetina macrophylla, Red Sandus, Pterocarpus santalinus, and Tuna ciliata, Kaya senegalensis, everything is assessed. Over hundreds of genetic resources. Next slide. And the video. Okay, next. Similarly, high value genetic resources, sandal and red sandus. Everyone talks about now sandal and you go to video. Talks about sandal and red sandus. What is the quality? What is the quality? Which is the variety? Now we have released a variety called TNRS01. It's a short duration variety, 15 to 18 years, instead of 40 to 60 years. And within 24 inches, if the wood is crossing 24 inches, it is genetically amenable for high density, 0.8 plus, high centallion content, amenable for international market as well. So research institute should have to develop these systems. Third important thing is ply and panel industry, pulpwood species. You see, we have prioritized 6 different species. Now I have beautiful genetic resources and a short duration harvest, 2.5 years to 3 years. MTP1, MTP2, MTP3. You know what is the productivity? Lowest is 125 tons per hectare. Highest is 200 tons per hectare. Highest 200 tons. Today the market price is 7,000 rupees. 14 lakh rupees in 2.5 months, 2.5 years. That means a short duration. And this is amenable for multifunctional or industrial production, paper production, tissue paper, sanitary napkin filter papers, packaging papers, writing papers, newspapers, anything it is possible. Next slide. Ply and panel industry. We have invented several varieties, Melia dubia 1, MTP1, Melia dubia MTP2 for both pulp and paper, MTP1 for a core veneer, MTP3 for face veneer. I'll show you one of the eucalyptus exclusively developed for core veneer. Today, all industries, panel industries used in the country uses eucalyptus. Those are the eucalyptus established for the paper production by ITC. Somehow, by virtue of attraction, it is used by the panel industry. But panel industry, what they want is a medium density to high density. So a specialty plywood. This is Melia dubia. See the color, see the density. Similarly, I have eucalyptus, Eurograndis, EG9. It is one of the fast growing tree species. Amenable for harvest right from 3.5 years. 3.5 years. Cut them, convert them into veneers, and the veneer can be processed. You see the quality of the veneer. In the previous case, I have shown you Melia, because the Melia is a soft wood. It's a medium density wood or a high density wood. See the quality. It is highly preferred. Next slide. And face veneer. Another important thing is face veneer. India is a 100% importer of face veneer. And today we have come with a variety, FDP3, amenable for face veneer. Face veneer is less than 0.4 mm thickness. And this face veneer is globally competent market. Can we develop a face veneer? Industry needs to be developed. We already checked it. We are satisfied, but industry needs to be developed. Next slide. Match industries. The traditional ailanthus exercise replaced now. Circulia alata, Anthocephalus kadam. See how it is based on the wood quality. The number of sticks per kg of wood used. The facility properties, the combustion properties, the attraction with the match chemicals, and the recovery number of sticks per kg of wood. All these woods are more than 17,500 kg of 500 sticks per kg of wood. So that is the reason it is highly attracted. Next slide. Improved dental energy resources, but that is for a biomass energy resources. Here there is no year for harvest. If the wood is crossing 1 rupee coin diameter, that is more than enough. You harvest it. That means from 12 months onwards, it is amenable for harvest. 12 months. And it can be converted to chips. The chip is highly amenable. It can be given any value, any waste products converted into the system. For example, any institutes, forestry colleges, if any forestry projects are done, all the wastages you can convert into these products. And now ethanol, cellulosic wood biomass into ethanol. We have applied for a patent. We have come with a new clone, ammonia for ethanol as well. So all these things are very, very demanded products. Next slide. Biofuel. There are 5 species promoted. Pongamia pinnata, I already said, we are tying up with some of the major international companies to promote Pongamia pinnata across India. Even Uttar Pradesh is one of the states where I have seen recently Pongamia pinnata. Large number of trees are planted all along the roads, parks, schools, institutions, cities, urban locality, semi-urban locality. Who is collecting? No one knows. So all these things are very classical. Next slide. Improved floss yielding. Even silk cotton, we have a variety, MTP1. This variety is highly amenable. Within 3 years, you can get the parts. Within 7 years, single tree will give you 1,000 parts. 1,500 rupees per tree, 100 trees per acre. So 1.5 lakh rupees per acre. No tree, even agriculture crop will not give this yield. So that is the reason it is gaining attraction as a major agroforestry component. Floss species. Next slide. Next slide. Tannin yielding species. Now we started importing tannin, originally wattles, then Termina chabula. Today, they're asking wide range of products, including pomegranate skin, Cisalpinia coriaria, wood tannin, leaf tannin, fruit tannin. Anything can be taken. What is needed? Create a supply chain. Next slide. Alternate genetic resources. This is very, very critical because originally, whatever I have said, a lot of species, but today we are coming to new species. New species and the Kaya senegalensis. Kaya senegalensis now tested for a plywood. We were very happy. It is a beautiful wood. Already I have shown you two veneers. See the veneer now. Lightish white, pinkish white. And this is amenable. This is good. The surface chemistry is very good. It's a bonding capacity is excellent. Similarly, I'll show you one more core veneer. All we go to the industry, test the product, identify the quality of the product, then that will be utilized. Next slide. QPM, so far varieties. Now quality planting material. Quality planting, I am just showing our nurseries. What do you mean by quality planting material? There are components of a quality planting material. One is a biological component, which is nothing but the genetic resources. Whatever the species you are identifying, you have to have a genetic resources. Clone bank, that alone should be deployed. Other things have to go for on-farm trials. And after genetic resources, you should have mother clonal garden. Then you should have a controlled growth chamber. You should have a hardening chamber. You should have open nursery with the controlled conditions. So this is what it's a QPM. Once if these structures are, now we are adding another one more structure, tissue culture. Tissue culture, because all the mother plants have to be multiplied only in tissue culture, not for commercial, but only to establish the breeding populations, mass multiplication population. Next slide. These are the varieties which we have established in clone bank. Next slide. These are the varieties amenable, teak, up to neem. I'll show you one of the video where you can see how Melia dubia is multiplied clonally. It's a simple process. We don't use nodal segments. We use only apical shoots. It's similar to hair cutting. Next slide. I'll show you one more video. See, tuna. Take tuna. Tuna is not grown here, but we have introduced the tuna is mass multiplier. Okay, next. So all these, every species, now there is no restriction. Hardwoods, softwoods, medium density, low density, high density. Any species is amenable for this technology. It's called mini clonal technology. Next slide. Then smart silviculture. This is very, very critical. Wait a minute. You see, I have just given one tree, Melia, less than 2 inches energy. 5 inches to 8 inches pulpwood, 16 inches to 30 inches ply, and 24 inches timber. Anything less than that, all will go for energy. I'll show you one video. Next slide. Designer tree. Yeah, you go to video. Designer tree. How the trees are designed. Convert the wood into different parameters. 1 meter, 1 meter, 1.2 meter, 52 inches, 102 inches. So this is what the research institute have to do. Smart silviculture. Identify based on the bark content, based on the size of girth, identify it, characterize it quality, then fix the prices with the industries. Next slide. Next slide. And multifunctional agroforestry. This is very important. This is not coming under the category of agri-silviculture, agri-silvipasture, but it's a multifunctional. How? It is extending all provisions, fruits, vegetables, fibers, timber, ply, panel, pulpwood, and it supports regulation, soil and water conservation, cultural, protects the local traditions, supporting services. It is a recreation hub. I'll show you another video where 1.5 acre is converted into a multifunctional agroforestry model. Here we have a pulpwood, we have a timber, we have a ply and panel, we have medicinal tree, we have fruit tree, we have grasses, we have vegetables, we have animals, everything. And this is a family farming. It is now converted into agroforestry tourism as well. Last 1 year alone, this model is visited by more than 10,000 people. They enjoyed scenic beauty. They enjoyed the productive systems. They enjoyed the healthcare benefits. They enjoyed the cultural and other supporting services. Next slide. And mechanization. This is very, very critical now today. You take it granted another 5 years, no labors. Particularly forget about other things. Debarking. Debarking. We need a machineries. Now we are creating a debarking machine separately. Today, that's why I use the word this as a value chain. It is not a supply chain. Value chain means in each and every stage, I am translating the raw into a value added products. Shipping. Next slide. Harvesting. I'll show you one of the harvesting, mechanized harvesting. Now, whatever you are studying in logging, that is outdated. That is outdated. Today, it's a total harvester. Total harvester is available. And that is the easiest process. Harvesting, limbing, debarking, and billeting. Everything is converted to a locality. You see, number of people involved, only few number of people. To handle 10,000 acres. To handle 10,000 acres. That is what the system goes. Next slide. Then value addition. Seasoning. I already said, the finished post-harvest problem, post-harvest wood is facing a lot of problems. So wood needs to be properly seasoned against termites, against pests, against diseases, against temperature fluctuations. The wood needs to be translated. So every forestry colleges having a mandate of the wood seasoning and preservation plan, it is going to add value not only for education, it is going to create an entrepreneurship. Next slide. CNC technology. All forestry colleges should have this technology. Expose the forestry student to the art of CNC, application of CNC in forestry sector. Use these systems. And automatically, this is very clear. Similarly, CNC for wood antiques. You can develop your own product. This is a beautiful business. Very alarming, accelerating business. Next slide. Value addition, and then value addition, briquetting. You take any residues. Residues can be successfully converted into briquettes and pellets, char and carbon. This is one of the consortium industry where they are using only value-added products. Only the waste into a wealth. and their annual revenue is almost more than 10 crore. 10 crore. And he is a product manufacturer. Small boy, studied BE engineering, and he is having a industry. Next slide. Particle board, wood carbon. Yes, wood carbon. You go to wood carbon. Wood carbon is another important thing. This is very, very critical. Now, demand of carbon is very, everyone is talking about pyrolysis, talking about biochar. What is the demand of biochar? Our soil organic content is very, very low. Can we convert soil organic carbon into a available carbon to the plants? So that is the system, it is available. So activated char, not only for a carbon for soil application, this carbon is also going for biomass, biocoal, biomass briquettes, and that to char briquettes. It is going for a food industry. It is going for a hotel industry. It is going for a phytochemical or pharmaceutical industries. Almost all sectors of industry, it is going. Next slide. So far, whatever we have seen is the technological interventions. Now what we are seeing is organizational. It's correctly apt because we are talking about market value chain. How these organizational interventions? I have given 3 models. Quadpartite model, supply chain. Quadpartite, 4-player. Farmer is 1 player. Research institute, 2nd player. Industry is the 3rd player. Financial institution is the 4th player. Tripartites. You introduce quadpartite model with the 4 players. Slowly, institute can come out. Others can be there with a tripartite agreement. Then after a few years, tripartite can be translated into bipartites. So that model works. We started this model in 2004 and 5 for a paper industry. Today, almost up to, you name any industries, we are in the process. Next slide. And this, based on these systems, we are promoting now timber outgrow scheme. What is the specialty? We know what are the species, we know what are the industries, and we know what are the prices. So these are all the wood which currently used. The fellow who is standing with me is our consortium industry, facilitating price support and technology support and assured buyback. Next slide. Ply and panel. See, these are the species. These are the industrial partners. This is the area to be planted. Who is planting? Very minimal planting is done by consortium industry. But it has to be a mission mode approach. We are also doing it. Next slide. Pulp and paper industry. What are the species? Who are the industries? And what are the species? Who are the industry? What are the models? How the industry, how the plantations are developed. Next slide. Energy outgo scheme. Industries. This is energy. Biomass power plants, cogeneration plants, trigeneration plants, coal plants, hotels, construction, anything. So all these, please go. All these things are very, very important. So you see how this is converted into a wood, how this is converted into a chips. Next slide. Similarly, biofuel outgrow scheme. Next slide. Floss outgrow scheme. Next. Tannin outgrow scheme with the industry. Next. Medicinal plants. Who are the medicinal players? Arya Vaidya Pharmacy, up to your Dabur. Everyone is a farmer. 178 products we have linked. In all Arya Vaidya Pharmacy, Nilgiri Herbals, everything. Now, medicinal plants, Eastern Ghats, Western Ghats, and the Eastern Himalayas. They're all known for 3,500 plants accredited with the medicinal values. And these are the medicinal values which we have to make them commercially viable. Next slide. And how this model, we are promoting all these technologies. We are promoting agroforestry model or a farm forestry model or a captive model. Captive model is industrial investment. Agroforestry is a farmers investment. So these two models are gaining attraction. Next slide. If any farmer has 50 acres, he did not spend any money. The land can be handed over to us. We will spend the money and the revenue can be shared or lease money will be given. So like that, it's very, very classical system. Next slide. And the price support is also, you go to previous. You see, these are the species, these are the sizes, and what is the prices? These prices, who are the industries associated? So that is the model. Price marketing model. Today, you don't believe whatever the tree species we are promoting in Tamil Nadu for agroforestry, without market mechanism, we are not even selling seedlings. So that is a clarity. Next slide. Similarly, what are the species? Ply and panel industries. What are the sizes? What are the pricing mechanism? Next slide. Pulp and paper, same thing. Next slide. And other non-timber forest products, who is a buyer? What is the product to be sold? Next slide. Marketing innovations, NTFP products, including neem, chabula, everything is even silk cotton. Everything is market is fairly fixed. And this is not, we are not fixing on our own. Our consortium is fixing. Consortium, we meet annually. We identify the strategies, challenges, constraints. Then we look for the system, and that prices are committed to these people. So that is a system which we are doing it. Next slide. Now, new initiatives. Now, what we are doing is we are also introducing a new initiatives. One of the new initiatives called biofuels. This biofuel is one of the new initiatives. Through Mitsubishi, we are now generating bioenergy, including from ITC up to local coal-based plants, after the government policy on biofuels, government policy on blending biomass, 5% in all coal plants. This scheme is launched. Agroforestry insurances. Yesterday I was in Andhra Pradesh. We started introducing agroforestry insurance in Andhra also. Institutional credit. And this year, 2023-24, 12 species, 13 species, we have incorporated in scale of finance. NABARD has approved it. Now it has come on the input costs, it has been incorporated. Now it is amended for credit. Carbon monetization. This alone now we are working. We started doing this within 2026. Take it granted. Our own agroforestry farmer will get the carbon benefits. And we are tying up with one of the investors. We are already, he has a successful model in Punjab that we are going to do it. Next slide. So all these things, biofuel as a model. Next slide. Bioenergy as a model we have already created. Next slide. And agroforestry insurance, 7 species. And institutional credit, done it. Next slide. Carbon monetization in the process. And all these things, we are creating institutional mechanism. This is very, very critical. We have created an institutional mechanism called Consortium of Industrial Agroforestry. Some of you may be scholars. Some of you may be faculties. You know all the faculties. How we run a project, we apply, run for 3 years or 5 years. Once the project is over, we'll publish, submit the annual report, then we'll go. But hereafter, project should be self-sustaining mode. Don't look for a 1-year project, 2 years project, 3 years project. Even if it is over by 1 year, you create a sustainability mechanism. Our model is one of the great model where sustainability is a concept. We conceived the model in 2004 with the paper industry, single industry. And we amplified the model in 2008 with the 3 industries, funding by National Agriculture Innovation Project, World Bank through ICAR. And that has been experimented, demonstrated 200 hectare, which has gone to 30 to 40,000 hectare. Today I am handling 1 lakh hectare, 83 industries. And I am not going and knocking the doors of government for money. All consortium industries are supporting the R&D component because forestry R&D is a continued R&D, not 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. Continue 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Then only you come with a breakthrough for which you have to create a corpus money. The corpus money, that's the reason Consortium of Industrial Agroforestry. This Consortium of Industrial Agroforestry, we have 2 important institutions. One is Agroforestry Business Incubator. Second one is Facilitation Center. Next slide. So this is Agroforestry Consortium. We have 430 members. What the consortium does? Linking the stakeholders. Our idea is not to link all the stakeholders. We link only representative stakeholders. What for? Who can suggest ideas? Who can give you the problem statement? Who can identify the challenges and constraints at a field level? Who can share the challenges? Once the challenges, the problems are identified, you know what to do technologically, R&D. You know what to do marketing. You know what to do value addition. You know what to do monetization. So that is the reason, that is very important. More than that, you have to develop a plantation sector. Need institutions. Farmer alone cannot do, simple farmer cannot do plantations. We have to develop a plantation institutions. Another major problem is a felling and transportation logistics. There is no felling institutions. Originally, felling was done by a group of communities. Today, felling is an institutions. You develop a mechanized felling institutions. Who can do this? Logistics, link with the logistics companies. And the capacity building, skill development, do it. Policy, government also, you do push the government to do policies. And now we have developed a state policy, state agroforestry policy. I know Uttar Pradesh Forest Department has come with a state agroforestry policy where I was also there as a part. And design and development of implementation of new schemes, outdoor schemes. Anything is possible. Next slide. More than incubator, business incubator. This is the agro consortium is a R&D platform. This is an entrepreneurial platform. I'll show you what is the entrepreneur. What do? You create linkages, create startup companies, create MSMEs. I'll show you my own incubator. This is my own incubator. Any students, any faculties, any listeners of this platform, this presentation, you can visit anytime to Forest College. You can stay here, learn the technology, get the business proposal, learn the art of business. If you want money, that can also be supported. Learn, get the internship, do your own business. Hereafter, getting government job may be very, very difficult. You can develop the systems. Today, we are translating ourselves as a businessman, corporate entity. This incubator is a corporate company, Section 8 company. It is not a research institute. It's a corporate business model working on the purview of corporate sector. It does business. It gives facilitation. It creates skill and expertise. It gives money. It extends market linkage. It protects IPR. It designs the DPR. It facilitates interns. Everything is. Next slide. Now, currently, we have almost 177 incubators. Business people. Hardly 10 people are forestry students. Remaining of them are non-forestry students. So that is the system. All forestry students should have to reap the benefits of growing market of wood and wood-based products. Today, without forestry, no industry, I'm saying, food industry, agriculture industry, engineering industry, textile industry, mining industry, oil industry, natural gas industry, or you take oil processing industry, any industry, engineering industry, without wood and wood products, either for energy or for a raw material or for a packaging or for a packing cases. Without this, but for this, research institute alone cannot do this process. You develop institutional mechanism, the art of business skill, they will do the system. Then only you can have a control over market mechanism. Next slide. So all these things, now we are also facilitating through NABARD support. After seeing all these things, NABARD has funded me now, creating almost 500 entrepreneurs in 2 to 3 years. My target is 10,000 people need to be trained every year. We are doing it. And out of 10,000 people, 1% need to be translated into business enterprises. We are working on the model. Next slide. So all these things, originally we were working on one Tamil Nadu. Today we are operating in 7 states. Not only 7 states, almost we have 17 states we are operating. 7 states we are implementing through the USAID Trophy projects. In Uttar Pradesh also we are establishing incubation model. Maybe Lakshmibai, your institute can give a space for the incubation center. USAID can consider this also. Already we have identified HCL as a major center, but your institute can very well host this platform. Fund is given by USAID. Why not to try? All these things are possible. Now, yesterday I was in Andhra Pradesh. Whatever high-tech nursery we have said, now it is replicated. Whatever incubation model I am saying now, second incubation model has come in Andhra. So that is the system it has to go. Now today, without the institutional mechanism, nothing will happen. You can do research, publish a paper, get the promotion. But what is the impact? Where cannot be created unless otherwise this sustainability platform is created. That is why this model is sustainable platform model. So we are also doing certification now. I am also identified as one of the technical committee member for the wood certification proposed by Government of India. Next slide. So all these things, now we are in the process of different institutional mechanism, particularly farmer producer organization. Can we create FPOs? Like that, we are also thinking of the whole process. But what is needed? Always you must be innovator. Now, single technology will not go good for continuously for all the periods. You have to be innovative day-to-day basis. Research must be innovative research. Process must be innovative process. Product must be innovative process. Designing model of agroforestry must be innovative model. Designing forestry is innovative model. Harvesting must be innovative. New value addition must be innovative. Everything must be systems. system development, process development, product development, model development, new species inventorization, new clonal development, everything must be there. That's why on a day-to-day basis, then only the entire process must be sustainable. So for which, what is needed is a technological leverage. Any institute, any individual, they can do technology leverage. Create an innovative platform. What for? Creating a business ecosystem. Creating an ideal ecosystem so that you can do research. Give and take policies. No enmity. No jealous. Learn from everyone. Head to toe. Learn from everyone. So even today, Assam today, we are learning from a lot of things from my own students, from my own laborer, from my own industries. Everywhere we are learning it. Translating with our own business skill. So all these things, what is needed is technology leveraged, value chain leveraged agroforestry. Then only you can control over the market. And this market can be sustainable market. Not only within the country, but globally, it can be a sustainable market so that agroforestry as a business enterprise, whatever agroforestry you have studied so far, traditional agroforestry, PKR Nair-based agroforestry, agri-silviculture, silvipasture, agro-silvipasture, they're all okay, very good to learn, to write exam. But when you do really commercial, industry-based, these are the approaches. I'm not saying this is the model need to be adapted, replicated 100%. No. Just learn from here. Do manipulations, do replication, do whatever the innovations, modifications you want, do it. Your own product, develop it. So that is the reason this is a public-private centered model, value chain model, technology leverage model, market linked model, consortium approach model, and incubated model. More than that, a sustainable agroforestry model for sustaining income and employment generation through a market-supported mechanism. Thanks a lot for patience hearing. If at all any doubt, I'll be more pleased to answer. I have also published a lot of books. You can refer to the books. We have a separate YouTube channel. Like next slide. Whatever I have said so far, it is available in the YouTube channel Agroforestry, Forestry and Environment. Some of you can refer it. If any information is needed, you can contact me at any time, either by mail or through a WhatsApp or by telephonic call. Over to you, Dr. Manmohan Jagatram. Thanks a lot for the patience hearing. And it is open to you. If there are any questions, I'll be more pleased to answer.
Yes, participants, any queries from your side?
Very good.
Dr. Prabhat, I think no queries is there, but they may ask, maybe not now, but later also they can also contact with the sir. We will share his email and contact to you. So we thank sir for your this very nice session, and you can say the 2020s match like so you explore the whole what we are planning for 5 days means in one lecture only you have summarized everything, and this is the time needed for this kind of industrial forestry model. I think practical approach is needed, so I think most good for everybody.
Thanks.
So thank you, sir. Once again, thank you accepting
सर
our
एक क्वेश्चन था सर के लिए.
Yes, please.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. My name is Harshvardhan Deshmukh. I am from Dr. Panjawara Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapit, Akola.
Yes, doctor.
Here, actually, sir, it's a very comprehensive kind of lecture, and we are quite fortunate that we are learning from you since our college days. So,
that's very good.
Thank you very much. Sir, I have one question that many farmers, they come to us and ask about the carbon credit kind of a business. At the present era, it's not a users friendly kind of farmers friendly kind of mechanism for carbon credit. So what is your opinion that how to make it a farmers friendly, users friendly kind of mechanism, carbon credit mechanism business? Thank you, sir.
Very good, Dr. Deshmukh. This is good. Timely asked the question, but very good. But as you said, it's a problematic now. But fortunately, problem is investors are coming. Third-party investors are coming. Farmer need not invest any money on the PDD for the assessment for everything. But what is the problem in our current changes? the species planted during the last 1 year alone is eligible. Species planted in the previous year, it is not eligible. So now rule is changed. So the whole process will take 3 years. That means last year 2023, current year plantation 2024, and next year plantation 2025. These 3 years are eligible. And the trees with more than 1.5 meter alone, 1.5 meter height, they are eligible. So these process of verification, validation, PDD preparation, that's a hectic process where a farmer cannot do. So that is the reason what we are doing is any institutional mechanism. For example, your campus. If you are able to link all the farmers, how many farmers? Because today the minimum population required for a one PDD document viable for carbon monetization is 1 crore trees. 1 crore trees. 1 crore trees. So that means we have to find out the number of farmers, link the group of farmers, and ultimately total number of trees must be 1 crore. 1 crore trees. That 1 crore trees planted during 2023, 2024, and 2025. So all these are eligible. So 1 crore will go as a single project. And for the entire expenditure will be spent by the investors. And another agency, I'm not pronouncing now the agency name, because now we are going to sign an MOU shortly, within 1 month. Once the MOU is signed, they will come back to you. Your farmer can also be enrolled as our systems. Understand? And those minimal, what we will include your institute also, one of the proponent also under the category. So it's a because now farmer can be anywhere in the country. So minimal population size should be there. So all these things, currently it's a difficult process for individual farmers to do, because the way in which the volume of money is involved in verification, validation, and the PDD document preparation. And no farmer will invest money. But if you invest this current market prices, we are working on a $10. $6 will go to farmer per metric ton of carbon equivalent, and the $4 will go to investors. $1 will go to the institutes. Those who are linking, for example, Akola or the Poly campus, you can get $1 as well. So that is the 10% of the money you can get it. So that is also we are now working with the model, so that every institute will be a participatory model. Wait for another 3 months. I think we will also come with a very clear model, because now we work with the various agencies, from American agency, European agency to Indian agency. But what we want is those who can invest money on the farmer for the verification process. Auditor fee.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I think thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation and delivering such a very nice lectures and a very energetic and eye-opening lecture. Thank you once again, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and thanks, Manmohan. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
inconvenience. Sorry
Yes,
for
yes.
the inconvenience. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So we have to move forward. Now our second lecture on market and marketing strategies of agroforestry product. For delivering this lecture, we have Dr. H.K. Deshmukh, sir. So I would like to, first of all, I would like to welcome Dr. H.K. Deshmukh, sir, and request to Dr. Rakesh Kumar to kindly introduce about Dr. Harshvardhan Deshmukh, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today for this online training session. Today, I would like to invite today our guest speaker, Dr. Harshvardhan Deshmukh, who will speak on the topic market and marketing strategy for agroforestry. Dr. Deshmukh is presently working as an associate professor in forestry in a college of forestry, Akola, Maharashtra. About his education, he did his MSc Agroforestry from Dr. Y.S. Parma University, Solon. After that, he did MPhil from Nature Resource Management from Indian Institute of Forest Management, and followed by PhD from the Navsari Agriculture University, Gujarat. He is a recipient of various recognized awards, and in the field of research and teaching, he had published 24 research papers, 4 book chapters in well-known journals. And till now, he has supervised 22 students from MPhil, MSc, and PhD. He is having an experience of handling national and international research projects, and he was a recipient of UNDP fellowship during his master program. He had vast knowledge about the agroforestry and sustainable forest management. Welcome you, sir. Now I would like sir to deliver this presentation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Then I will just upload my presentation here. दिख रहा है?
Yeah, sir. Quite
Okay.
visible.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So, namaskar to everyone. First of all, I pay my tribute to a great warrior and leader whose name given to this university, Shraddheya Virangana Rani Lakshmibai. And I pay tribute to first Agriculture Minister of Independent India, who's organized first international agriculture fair in India and pioneered for introducing technological revolution in agriculture in India. And educationist, reformist, and visionary leader, Dr. Punjab Rao Deshmukh. I can say a potential and perfect personality for Bharat Ratna in real sense. And Vandan to Vriksha Devata and Vasundhara Devata. I also salute to world feeder, the farmers. So, yes, all dignitaries present here, my friend and philosopher, Dr. Manmohan sir, Dobriyal sir, Dr. Prabhat, and all faculty, scientists, researchers, students present here on a virtual mode of this session. Once again, namaskar to all. I'm thankful to organizers also of this national training program for giving me an opportunity to share my experiences on the topic market and marketing strategies of agroforestry products. So I will cover these topics during my presentation. Also discuss some case studies from international level and national level on market and supply chain of agroforestry produce. In very detail, respected Parthiban sir has already explained you nicely. Some of the points I also want to discuss here. So it is learned from the history that in the development of the human civilization, the market plays very important role. However, the marketing system is also plays a significant role in enhancing production and consumption, and also help in accelerating the pace of economic development. So the marketing of agriculture, forestry and fishery, and now agroforestry products not only plays very important role in smallholders economy at subsistence level, but it also contributing significantly to the GDP of the country. Uh, so, in generalized term, we can say that our Indian economy is mainly divided into three sectors: primary sector, secondary, and tertiary. In primary, it includes agriculture, fishing, dairy, and forestry. Then, which is near about contributing near about 17 to 18%. Secondary sector, manufacturing industry, which is contributing more than 50%. Tertiary, service industries. So now looking to the GDP, this is the overall scenario of Indian GDP, the sector wise. So I already say that the contribution of the forestry sector is maybe near about 1%, even though forest plays a vital role in social, cultural, and historical, economic, and industrial development of the country. And it also maintaining its ecological balance. Basically, we can say that they are means forest resources are based for sustenance of its population, and also a storehouse of means biodiversity. Uh, Now, the population, if we see the overall scenario of India, is increasing at alarming rate, and which is now crosses the figure of maybe 130 crores. And accordingly, the demand of food products are also increasing day by day. hence putting tremendous pressure on forest wealth. On the other side, forests are also shrinking at an alarming rate of 1.5 million hectare per year, and it is degrading day by day, and productivity is also very low. Similarly, the demand and supply of wood based products is widening due to the policy implications. Here it is important. So our domestic supply of wood is insufficient to fulfill its growing demand. So even though what is happening that out of total availability of the wood, near about 62.5% of wood comes from agroforestry sector. And traditional supply chain of agroforestry produce are very complex and not profitable to the agroforestry farmer due to the unregulated involvement of many intermediaries in its value chain. So moreover, there is no marketing mechanism also, and institutional support from the government which can support. So this is the whole scenario of our Indian condition. So this is the slide which explains about the land use at the world level. Out of total geographical area, Earth 21% is covered by ocean and 29% is land. Out of that, land surface also 71% is usable and rest 29% is not in position to use. So out of this habitable land, that is 50% is used for agriculture and rest 37% forest land and rest is urban settlement and fresh water. Now our main concern is area under agriculture as it concerns with the agroforestry. So this is the extent of the forest resources at a global level. I will not go much more into the facts and figures. Yeah, this is very interesting slide. You see that you see the forest scenes from before 1854, before the invasion of Britishers to the India. We have near about 65% of the forest cover. And during this 150 to 200 years, they have slotted down our green gold of the Indian forest and cut it down for the queen, and near about 40% of forest has been cutted by the Britishers and take to their country. So as per today's condition, we are now only 21.71% of the forest cover. So this is the extent of the forest resources. If we compare with the world, per capita percent of the forest is mere about 0.05% of forest is available for us. So about the agroforestry, extent of the agroforestry, we are near about 8 to maybe 10% of the agroforestry coverage in our country. So this is also a very basic kind of slide which says about the agroforestry. We all know that agroforestry, but here I am happy and proud to quote that the first ever government of India definition of agroforestry under National Agroforestry Policy, which has been enacted in 2004, and this says that agroforestry is defined as a land use system which integrates trees and shrubs on farmlands and rural landscapes to enhance the production, profitability, diversity, ecosystem sustainability. It's very comprehensive kind of definition which covers all sort of things which includes and necessary in the agroforestry. So these are various kinds of values of agroforestry which we can, it's important for the sustainability. We know that there are three pillars of the sustainability: economic, environmental, and social, and all these are the values has been divided like timber, paper, pulp, veneer, plywood. These are all economic sort of values. Then fuel wood, recreation, employment are social, and carbon sequestration, soil erosion, environment. Yes. Yes, this slides is about the agroforestry biomass. Again, based on the three pillars. As far as different agroforestry products are concerned, particularly the wood base, the maximum agroforestry product is used for the plywood, nearly 28%, followed with the paper and pulp 22%, small timber 24%. So here I will be mainly focusing on all this timber, pulp, wood, plywood, and bamboo kind of industry during this. So I already explained this. Yes, this is regarding the wood balance of the forest. I also discussed this in first slide only. So here, wood from the forest we are using only 4.48%, and rest of the woods are come from tree outside forest, which include community forestry, agroforestry, and private lands from the private lands. So this is a demand pattern of wood from various end users, and here this is an interesting slide. It shows increasing gap of demand and supply of wood, and this is the annual timber production from the forest and agroforestry. Here, the data shows that out of total volume of growing stocks, forest has maximum 72.72%, and tree outside forest has 27.27% of the wood. However, harvesting and extraction is concerned out of total annual production and extraction. So 93% comes from the agroforestry, and whereas only 4 to 5% comes from the natural forest, you can say. Now, from this slide, we get a clear idea about what is the trend of import and export and allied products in total since 2001 2015. So here, both the import and export shows increasing trend, but here the situation is not favorable. The pace of the import is much more higher than the export, and which is not good sign as far as GDP and national income is concerned. So here, slides tells about the composition of timber imports and exports. So here also, the highest percentage of import is recorded in paper and pulp, broadly followed with the wood logs, which includes round wood and wood pulp. Where, as in case of export, highest value showed in paper and pulp in broadum, followed by the wooden furniture. So this data shows the production of different wood products, their imports and exports quantity. And here we can say, see this, the domestic consumption is more than production of all kinds of wood products. So import of quantity of wood is also more than export in all kinds of wood products. So among all wood products, log round wood means showed maximum value, which is followed by the sawn wood and plywood. Now the market basically facilitates the exchange of goods and services as far as agroforestry is concerned, and it is place where buyers and sellers transact wood-based and non-wood-based agroforestry products. So as well as agriculture and livestock products at a particular place and time. So most of the markets of the agroforestry products are, we can say that, imperfect market. So this is the basic definition of the marketing. I will not go much more detail into this, but importance of marketing in agroforestry, we can say it can optimize the resource use. It can increase the farm income, employment, and all GDP of the country. So the growth of agroforestry product based on industries. So there is a lot of scopes for the new technology adoption and spread. Now, This is also very well explained by the Parthiban sir, supply chain network of organizations that extends downstream to customer and upstream to the supplier. These are the various kinds of products and services which are derived from the agroforestry. You can say where we have various kinds of agroforest systems. It's a combination of agriculture, then various kinds of cropping pattern, fiber, food, fodder, and various kinds of multi-purpose trees we are using, and we are getting a lot many products from the agroforestry systems. So, so in a national account, there are three major sectors which is governed by the economic activities: forestry, logging, and farm and wood. In terms of the national account, forestry means it includes the economic activities like planting and conservation of forest, then gathering of forest products, then sometimes charcoal is also one of the important component. Whereas in logging, felling is there, then poles, blocks, all sort of things are there. And yes, of course, the transportation of forest products to the sale depot or assembly centers. And farmyard wood, it includes the industrial wood and fuel wood collection by the primary producers like tribal people from the tree outside regular forest. So these are means how the national industrial classification classifies the forest sector, various kinds of activities. So it includes growing of standing timber, then logging, then gathering of tendu leaves, so gathering of other wild growing forest materials, forest services activities, logging services activities. So these are some of the forestry sector which are taken into account at a national level when it concerns to the contribution of the income or GDP to the country. So these are some of the characters of forest and agroforestry supply chain. It includes the different types of products, diversified products, values, planning, then demand-driven products and byproducts. It also includes different manufacturing process, market and various types, diversified market rather, and wood here as a natural material. Now, this slide is very interesting, where we can see the factors which basically influence the marketing of the agroforestry products. So there are 5 various kinds of influencing factors. One is at then professional level, then price level, market information level, then facilities, access and promotion level, and view of distribution channel level. So all sort of these has influencing the marketing of the agroforestry. For example, production level, it includes long gestation period, natural best production, bulkiness of the products, season oriented, variation in quality of the produce, and discrete supplies. Sporadic production is also one of the major problem. As far as price level is concerned, yes, of course, the unstable price, there is no mechanism. That's why this is the thing, and it is all controlled by the private players. There is no institutional mechanism which is governed or controlled by the government. That is one of the major constraints in the price level. Yes, of course, there is very much lacking of the market information systems. We do not have very strong kind of market information system where we can see the price, and yes, of course, there is a monopoly of trader also. Then the access and promotional level is also one of the influencing factor, which includes lacks post-harvest facilities at farm level, then lack of capital to engage in promotional activities, assemblies, grading. A lot many things are there. A lot many issues also has been discussed and in the form of the solution by the respected Pathiban sir. So, and yes, of course, the view of distribution channel level also one of the constraints where lack of transportation facilities, long way to reach consumer, unorganized end users, of course, and middleman and higher marketing cost is also one of the important factor. Now, this is the classification of the market for the agroforestry products. There are various kinds of bases for the on the basis of the area. It includes, for example, local and village level market, regional market, national market, and world market. On the basis of time span, short period markets and long period market. On the basis of commodity, common market, specialized market. On the basis of volume of transaction, wholesale market, retail market. On the basis of competition, perfect market and imperfect market. These are some of the constraints of marketing of agroforestry products and supply chains. So these are there is no adequate government marketing policies and institutions for agroforestry products, particularly tree-based products. But nowadays there are some kind of initiatives has been taken at the government level also. And wood market is governed by rigid and age-old forest laws and regulation. That is also one of the constraints. And here there is a agroforestry policy. It supports all kind of these things, but you know, the difference between the acts and policies. Policies are the guidelines. The state can adopt those guidelines if they require, but when they are going to adopt, then it is restricted by the laws. So that is important thing here. The impracticable tree felling and transit rules are there. It is, and of course, there are some initiatives that have been taken by the government, like pulpwood species. They don't need any kind of permission. Bamboo is also out from that rules and regulation. Nowadays, they have a high-level committee on the sandalwood also. Maybe, hopefully, we will get the good results after in near future. Long gestation periods, sporadic production points, and lack of value addition at farm and intermediate level. So price fluctuation is also one of the important constraints and variation in quality of produce and discrete supply. So nature-based production, of course, bulkiness and forced sale, distress sale of tree growers. Yes. At local level, there are a lot many prices fluctuation, and it totally depends on the merchant who is contacting that farmer, and the value or the cost or the price, whatever suggested by that merchant, the farmer has to accept that. So there is no control mechanism on that. So lack of technical as well as market information, such as I already discussed, monopoly of the traders. So there are some policies, national policies for farmer. It defines the farmer will refer to a person actively engaged in the economic activity or livelihood activity of growing crops and producing other primary agricultural commodities, and which will include all agricultural operation holders, cultivators, agricultural laborers, sharecroppers, tenants, poultry and livestock rearers, fish, beekeepers, gardeners, pastoralists, non-corporate planters and planting laborers, as well as person engaged in various farming-related occupations such as sericulture, vermiculture, and agroforestry. That's why I am here. So the term will also include tribal families, person engaged in shifting, cultivation, and in collection, use and sale of minor and non-timber forest produce. Now here it's very important that all these policies like National Agriculture Policy, National Forest Policy, National Agroforestry Policy enacted in 2014, then a new policy which has been newly drafted, National Forest Policy in 2018, Submission on Agroforestry, National Mission on Sustainable Agriculture. All these policies and missions are pro agroforestry and have special affinity toward agroforestry. So this is very positive sign, but they are lacking in synergies. So though the efforts are going on that direction, certainly the synergies of the policies become a boon to the agroforestry. This is the I think the need of the hour. So these are varied kinds of products. I already told you we usually get from the agroforestry, like fuel wood, timber, plywood, paper and pulp, green fodder, food, fruits, fiber, medicine. So this in terms of the products, but now the services of the agroforestry ecosystem is also important component when we talk about the agroforestry products and services. So in this scenario also, when we are thinking about specialized agroforestry products which are tree-based and non-timber forest produce and agricultural or component-based kind of agroforestry produce. So it also opened the window for this ecosystem services kind of products like carbon sequestration and how much recreation it create and environmental stability it create. So most of the agroforestry products used for plywood with 28%, followed by the small timber 24%, pulpwood 22%, fuelwood 18%. Therefore, here we are mainly focusing on the highly valued economic paper and pulp, plywood, and bamboos we can cover. So these are some case studies I would like to share with you at international level and at national level also. So this concept basically developed by Lazzarini and the concept of net chain, which shows a vertical relationship between several value chain links and horizontal relationship between stakeholders. So in the same link, usually the structure of the value chain network has two dimensions, that is vertical and other one is horizontal. So vertical dimensions of the value chain refers that the flow of products from an initial producer through processor, wholesaler, or retailer up to the last consumer. And the horizontal dimension reflects the relationship between stakeholder in same chain links, like farmer to farmer. So this explains that a vertical relationship may flow all stages in the value chain or may not, whereas horizontal relationship between stakeholders have various shapes like farmer cooperative or any agreement related to the price. So this is a study about the distribution of logs through various processing facilities to the market. That is, here we can see that the wood-based products, the supply chain are integrated multifunctional network in both space and time. So that facilitated the transformation of raw materials to the finished products, which eventually are sold to customer or end user, what we can say. So so here wide number of manufacturing organizations and products can be associated with the wood-based supply chain. So this is the supply chain management planning process for wood products from the natural resource management perspective. And here the supply chain can be described by varied functions like data collection, demand estimation, planning, execution, and reporting. So in this particular study, the researcher identify 5 components as a function of supply chain for wood products for proper planning, such as supply planning, forest planning, then demand planning, execution, and knowledge and collection and reporting. So in this particular supply chain management planning process for wood products, the functions are integrated within various phases of planning. So from higher level strategic planning process to the aspirational planning process. Now, this is the general forest and agroforestry produce supply chain, basically in the Cadena. And here it is observed the integrated and multifunctional network in supply chain. Various stakeholders are involved in it, like sawmiller, pulp and paper miller, secondary wood industry, winner and plywood industry, and all transporters and all stakeholders. So this is the Forest Department control agroforestry. This is the case of Bangladesh, and here the agroforestry timber distribution channel and identify the 4 intermediaries and found that the buyer, which we call as actioner intermediaries, only arise in the forest development control agroforestry timber or firewood marketing channel. So in this supply chain, buyers mainly take part in the open timber auction process. So some buyers have storage facilities and can sell timber to the wholesaler, or some to the retailers. Further, this study on general agroforestry timber distribution channel and identified here the 6 intermediaries in supply chain in general, where the traders deal with the only small volume of timber firewood, and often they collect firewood from the farmers home and sell it to the wholesaler or sawmillers or brick fields. So now this is study from the Pakistan, from the Sindh area, and they have identified 10 stakeholders with 6 intermediaries in the marketing channel of wood, and observed that the channel of wood products are different from other agricultural products because of different products uh, transacted by the different middlemen and stakeholders. So producers have no control on price of their products, and they have to depend on intermediaries only. So local assembler purchase whole tree from the producer, and after processing that local assembler deals with the different type of wood products. Mining proppers supplied to the contract agent, and coal mines or maybe timber supplied to the sawmill owners or as well as factories, and they supply firewood to the retailers. So in this case, regarding sawmills, here the sawmill owner bought timber logs from the local assembler also and engage in some types of operations and sell different types of wood products like planks to the furniture industry, beams to the timber market trader, and firewood or small piece of timber went to the related retailers near the city. So they also estimated the marketing margin of eucalyptus products in Sindh area of Pakistan, and noted that the maximum net margin earned by the sawmiller with the in that time of rupees 10 per 40 kgs, and minimum were earned by the local assembler like rupees 7 per 40 kgs. Now, this is the generic supply chain and related environmental and social impacts. So, it is observed that this primary sector will be negatively impacted in the supply chain if not managed sustainably. So, it is learned from this figure that in every stage of the value addition in the supply chain, there is a emission of carbon dioxide. So, this negatively influence the social and environmental condition. So this is the environmental conscious supply chain network. It's from Canada. They this kind of it's observed that the carbon market since time green supply chain net marketing design. So they this illustrate the green design and green operators, which reduces the emission when products moves through channel from producer the ultimate consumer. So this is also the forest certification based supply chain of forest products, which is from the Germany. In this case study is from Germany. It explains that the forest certification based supply chain of the forest products, it is governed by the chain of custody. Then chain of custody certification, where the wood certification is done by third party with the assurance of products harvested through the sustainable management approach. Now, these are some of the case studies from at our country level. So here the major markets for the forest farm for agroforestry products in India. So we have 13 states have been identified for this, and side by that we have given the market places of that thing. So these are the various operations in the marketing of the forest and agroforestry produce in India. So here we can see that there are 7 stakeholders have been identified, which are the part of this marketing mechanism, unorganized marketing mechanism of the forest and agroforestry produce in India. So this is the marketing channel of firewood, basically from the Hyderabad, and it is identified marketing channel for the fire. And observed here the 9 stakeholders, which includes 2 producers, which like farmers and forest department, and 3 consumers such as domestic consumers, social and religious consumer, and commercial consumer, means industry. So in this supply chain, 4 intermediaries are involved. This is another study, and here they try to explore the marketing, the road head in East Nepal, and revealed that the supply chain is governed with the 3 intermediaries between collectors and consumer in the state trade between India and Nepal. Now, this is a flowchart of supply chain of wood in India, and this network for certification of conservation of forest has given the flowchart of supply chain of wood, and they have identified 5 different channels for marketing of timber. And in this process, it is observed that channel 1 and 2, they are important market channel which are concerned with the agroforestry produce supply chain, whereas the uh, forest department directly supply the significant volume of wood to the industries through allotment of mechanism. So this is about the marketing linkages and employment potential of popular based agroforest system in India. So this is the case study from the Haryana, and here found that the supply chain is integrated and multifunctional, which works simultaneously at various levels on quadripartite model, which increases the benefit of the farmers as well as growers or producer, you can say. Yes, this is the supply chain. We can see the plywood profile of India. You see, this is the pulpwood profile of India. We have only 4% India share on the global market, and India's consumption consumption in the paper of India, we are at a 4 stage. So this is the pulpwood profile of India. So state-wise percentage are also given, and the top is at Orissa, and then means Telangana is highest, followed by the Haryana, and then Orissa. This is the paper and pulp wood market of India. Here we can identify, see the 13 pulpwood hub of India in the different states. And here the state-wise pulpwood percentage also given. So Telangana is highest, and Haryana is second, and Orissa is third one. So this is also status of species used in pulpwood and paper industries. There are a lot many species: Lucina, Casuarina, Poplar, Melia, Bamboo, Eucalyptus is there. So eucalyptus has a highest 61% of the eucalyptus has been used for paper and pulpwood industries. This I think sir has explained. Even though this it is observed that from this supply chain is complex and unorganized, unregulated, and multi-partite. They also have studied the existing supply chain of pulpwood in particular in Tamil Nadu states, and it is observed that the existing supply chain of pulpwood has 4 stakeholders and intermediaries between growers and ultimate consumers, that is industry. So, in this existing supply chain, growers sell the whole plantation on the acreage basis, not taking into consideration the actual volume of the growing stock, which is resulted in minimal return to the growers. So, the local contractor buy the plantation and fail them and classify them into the poles, pulpwood, and firewood, and only the wood size of 1 to 2 inches alone is supplied to the industries, and other sizes are sold for the pole purpose by the traders, and which resulted in uncertain and erratic pulpwood recovery and quality. So this is also a quadripartite model of a supply chain of pulpwood, which is given by Parthiban sir. So in this model has benefited small and medium farmers, and industry gets their repayment on time, which results in strong institutional mechanism for the sustainability of the contract tree farming. So there is quadripartite model and proved to be a lucrative in terms of the technology adoption and profitability of the plantation. The same study compared the existing traditional value chain and profitable quadripartite model value chain found that the growers get maximum benefit with the benefit cost ratio of 1:3.8 to 1:5.5, and compared to benefit cost ratio 1:1.6 to 1:1.91 in existing multi-partite model. So this is marketing channel of eucalyptus. I will not go into the detail, but yes, this channel for the eucalyptus under the farm and agroforestry in Punjab, they identified the 3 stakeholders in pulpwood supply chain: farmer, paper mill, and consumer. Whereas in another study which is given by Varadaraja, the supply chain of pulpwood in general, marketing channel for agroforestry products in Tamil Nadu. So the observed supply chain of pulpwood is governed by the contract farming model, which is beneficial to the farmer and tree grower. So this is a case study of marketing channel of contract farming by JK Paper in South Gujarat, and they have 5 stakeholders merely identified in the contract farming with a buyback arrangement supply chain of the pulp. So this is the distribution of the profit in supply chain of the pulpwood case study from the JK Paper Mill. You see these, the profit margin per ton in the percentage is farmer is 4.4, cutting 0.63, transportation 0.88, processing and operational charges 11%, company 13%, distributor wholesaler 20%, retailer 22%, and consumer 26%. Now this is the plywood profile of India. So here also the plywood market hub of India state-wise in percentage. So highest percentage has been governed by the Haryana, followed by the Kerala for this plywood market. This is the percent of species using plywood industry from agroforestry in India. So here also means poplar followed by the eucalyptus, rubber, they have higher percentage. This is the plywood market hub of India already, and there are 13 plywood hubs identified, included with the highest percentage in Haryana. So this is the study from the Dehradun FRI governed by the, and it is from the Haryana itself, furniture industries. So they found that the existing channel is governed with the 3 to 5 tier hierarchy system from self-grower, farmer, village agent, contract industrialist, which sell their products directly to any suitable agencies when demand for the eucalyptus and poplar is high and favorable. So this is the distribution channel of the wood-based products in Haryana. Any question? आवाज आ रहा है मेरा?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Audible.
Okay.
चेक कर लो वो प्लेट भी हमारे दिया फाइल दूसरी लगानी पड़ेगी कोई बात नहीं जो भी वो लगा देंगे इतना मैटर किया तो चेक करना पड़ेगा
Please mute yourself, Sonu Kumar.
Okay.
Sono Kumar Mehta.
Okay. So this slide tells about the distribution channel of wood-based products in Haryana, and in this, the supply chain involves various intermediaries functioning in between producer to consumer, which takes away maximum share of the value of the products. And they also mention that if the farmers have direct access in consumer industry, they may derive maximum profit of their produce.
चेंज करना पसंद करना इसमें आपको भी करना ठीक और कुछ छोड़ना नहीं है बंद करना हां बटन भी है सेव करते रहो बैठ के करते रहो आ तो मारेंगे
Sonu Kumar sir. I will continue it. No problem. Okay. So this is the existing marketing channel of eucalyptus and poplar for plywood, poles, furnitures in Haryana. So here they identified the 5 hierarchy levels among farmer to consumer, and they also revealed that the market pattern for eucalyptus plantation, such as border and block, was done by different stages of maturity. And the farmer preferred pre-harvest sale due to the high labor involved in harvest. And malpractices prevailing in the wood markets, and the farmers were badly exploited by the traders here. So in this model. So this is basically a summary of various practices of the wood markets in Haryana and Punjab. So here the practices of supply chain includes auction, then commission of other charges was from 0 to 6.2%. Weighing charges, unloading charges, buyers, it is mostly done by the sellers to the premises of the buyers, deduction in weight, deduction in payment. And in general, it is observed that in supply chain, produce is loaded or sorted by or graded into lots, then transported to the premises of the buyers. So here the payment made of the way in multiplies of 40 kg only. Prabhat sir, actually I request you can ask Sonu Kumar sir to take himself. Okay, shall I continue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. ठीक है. So here the payment made in round figures only, market fees at 2%, and is also changed by the market committee from seller to buyer. So it is also observed by the here the tree growers also prefer direct sale to the sawmiller in order to eliminate the commission charges. Now here this is the general marketing channel for major agroforestry products in Tamil Nadu. And here they identify different marketing channels for different agroforestry products, and these marketing channels are governed by the 3 to 8 hierarchy levels. The same. Now this marketing channel for exclusively for medicinal plant based agroforestry models, and here the channel for it is also governed by the 3 channels, which is middleman and trader, and are the major players. This case study of profit distribution in supply chain of the furniture industry, which I have undertaken that study. So there are various stakeholders like forest depot, then auction, loading, transport, uploading, labor for sizing, then sawmiller, timber merchant. So here the profit sharing is forest depot 46%, auction 0.15, loading 0.07, transport 0.12, unloading 0.01, for labor 0.52, and sawmiller 52.47. This is the means profit sharing. Yes. Now this is the supply chain of this bamboo. So here this is the bamboo profile of India, and total area under bamboo has given, and 23,297 number of clumps in India. So they are green sound, 79% out of that, and 16% dry sound, and 5% decay. That's 3.23 metric ton annual production of the bamboo, which includes 5.28 million ton in volume, which has density of 600 kg per cubic meter. So this is a study about the supply chain of bamboo in India, and it is observed that 4 intermediaries between cultivars and consumer, more or considerable variation in length and size of value chain for Indian bamboo-based product industry. So which includes different structures of the processing chain for different products. So this is a value chain of agarbatti, a bamboo product, particularly in the Tripura. So here we can see that in value chain, 1% value is added locally. However, with the Tripura bamboo and cane center interventions, this value rises to the 10% of the final value of goods. So this is a very important kind of intervention, and these kind of interventions are required at the national level also. So distribution of profit in value chain of agarbatti bamboo product in Tripura. So here we can say that total 8 agents in the value chain were identified. However, the maximum benefit was governed by the distributor, whereas community and collector get minimum benefit among the stakeholders of the supply chain. So this is the summary of wood balance. I have already spoken about this. Now this is the marketing strategy for the agroforestry products. So there are near about 9 various kinds of marketing strategies for agroforestry products in India. Here, like establishing strong linkages with all stakeholders, including government entities, business, and organizations, which can help to develop value-added products and sustainable agroforestry products. The second strategy would be encouraging protective cooperation among these stakeholders can foster effective collaboration and coordination in agroforestry practice. This can foster effective collaboration, of course, and creating robust research and development. It can facilitate the innovation and knowledge dissemination, leading improved agroforestry techniques. Then it is also important to formulate and recommend the policy guidelines. This can impact the independence in the supply of the raw materials, and it can be achieved as well as that support the sustainable and management resources. So implementation of value chain management in agroforestry is important concern, which can help to improve the harvesting and marketing institutions and help to organize the wood-based industries on larger scale and develop price supportive mechanism for all stakeholders. Is a very important kind of strategy we can introduce. So yes, of course, the mechanism for tree insurance, which also has been covered by Parthiv Bansal, it can help to reduce the risk factor for the growers as well as providing them a greater confidence in investing the agroforestry. And of course, the establishment of the clear framework for the implementation and research initiatives is also needed strategy to enhance the effectiveness of the agroforestry policy and helps to ensure the access to the quality planting material for the tree growers for the successful establishment maintenance of the agroforestry systems. Now, this is very interesting strategy. In overall, we are lacking to give this minimum support price for the NTFP and agroforestry products. Yes, Trifed has taken initiatives on that aspect and succeeded also, but this Terry has also recommended wonderfully one of the apart from the various kinds of agroforestry products, they have recommended the services minimum support price for the services, for example, carbon sequestration. So this develop mechanism for the minimum support price for the carbon sequestration under the agroforestry and tree outside forest. Now, the policy interventions in this aspect, the tribal communities of India, it merely collects non-timber forest produce estimated to be worth around 2 trillion annually. So these collections don't translate into prosperity and steady income for the community. When we talk about this, there is also latest being the Vanadhana Yojana, which is introduced in 2018, which aims to ensure the fair return of the NTFP. So if we are thinking about the streamlining of the NTFPs which is urgently needed. So this program, Prime Minister Vanadhan Yojana, this program seeks to improve the standard of living for around near about 4.5 million tribal gatherers. So in the place where they are still common, its objective is to promote and leverage the collective strength of the tribal to achieve a viable scale to taken on the predatory market forces. So actually these specially are policy interventions are meant for the forest fringe areas where people live, mainly the tribals. But the agroforestry farmers can also take advantage of this Vanadhana Yojana. So here, primarily the tribal district, the government proposes to establish a minor forest produce centric multipurpose Vanadhana Vikas Kendras, so owned by the tribal communities. So like agriculture means marketing APMCs जिसको हम बोलते हैं. So these kind of facilities also should be included in the policy interventions. If they have started NTFP counter or forest produce counter in that same place, so that can be very advantageous for the tree growers. So these kind of location would subsequently serve a shared facility hub for purchasing, value adding locally accessible and this minor forest produce. So we can say that woman can be a game changer maker in this. The major you see the majority of the work is performed by the woman, from collecting the NTFP from the forest to the processing then at home for the first time. So government also hopes to empower the indigenous women by enhancing and monetizing the NTFP collection. So as far as the agroforest system is concerned, the woman role is very, very important in this aspect. Yes, of course, the medicinal plants are the integral part, but they are also important part of the NTFPs. So in 2018, recognize the potential of medicinal plant found in forests as far as well as the increasing trend of the medicinal plant-based agroforest system. The National Medicinal Plant Board also submits that the under Union Minister of Ayush and Tribal Cooperative Marketing and Development Federation of India, means TRIFED. So these signed a memorandum for understanding to promote the medicinal and aromatic plant from the forest produce for the development of the people living in the forest fringe areas. Next slide. Yes, this is the map of the stage-wise availability of the NTFP market throughout the India. So which is means plus point for the agroforestry. And of course, this Terry has suggested this minimum support price for carbon sequestration under agroforestry and TUF with this formula. So, as far as conclusion is concerned, we can say that in this the market, yes, of course, the marketing of the agroforestry in India, it covers the flow of goods and services from producer to final consumer. So in particular places, the trade for example, livestock, then agriculture and forest produce is the main focus of agroforestry market. And agroforestry marketing differs greatly from, of course, the agriculture marketing, despite of many parallels. And so this includes the absence of the market data, what I have discussed, uniform quality grades and well-established marketing organizations. So these difficulties, agroforestry have several advantages, such as effective resource management, maximize the productivity. It also contributing doubling the farm income. This is a very good kind of model, higher agricultural income, and development of the forest dependent enterprises. Of course, it also open the window for the means ecosystem services like carbon sequestration, carbon credit on the carbon footprint. So agroforestry, yeah, is essential for establishing pricing for all parties involved, promoting the uptake and spread of innovative technologies, generating jobs and improving people's quality of life in general. The small scale business growth has also been attributed to the availability of the wood, and corporate entities like ITC or paper mill industries, plywood industries, and financing institutions. These are also very good players. So wood-based raw material resource from forest are nowadays a low supply for industries. Agroforestry and agricultural landscape and tree outside forest are the major concern for this. So can be extremely important in this situation for boosting the wood production and satisfying the needs of the sector, as well as also um, means achieving the target of the at national level for the ecological balance. So most of the people, they agree that sustainability is important and has moved from being CRS issues to a strategic business issue. And to use agroforest system, farmers need to generate revenue from their crop. As far as national agroforestry is concerned, it says that whatever the tree you can grow on your agricultural field, it can be treated as a crop. So crop status. So there are many ways to help the farmer organization strengthening their resilience. Yes, of course, Parthiban sir has also initiated the process of incubation, agroforestry incubation, and various very innovative ideas of various kinds of FPOs of the forest products. So so overall, we can say that the agroforestry product-based industries and value chain are very important because they are substantial opportunities for domestic farmers to increase their production and income. So there is great opportunity for this sector to play a leading role in the development and establishment of new kind of industries, wood-based. So wood is good concept in India, and it is clear from the recent research that the presence of many intermediaries in supply chain made it complex and problematic for the farmers. And of course, the existing marketing channels are being practiced through 3 to 5 hierarchy levels, wherein farmers or growers get minimal revenue. So there is need to government should intervene in this kind of situation and build up a very good kind of marketing institution, monitoring institution. So this will be we can say that coordinated effort should be made from all stakeholders such as researcher, financial institution, farmers, industries collectively work together to develop a proper linkage to strengthen the agroforestry based supply chain to face the better farm income. So that is all from my side. Anybody have a question? They are most welcome. Thanks to organizers that they have given me an opportunity to share my experiences on this.
Thank you, sir, for sharing such a wonderful information with us. So, any participant have any query regarding topics, they can ask directly from sir. Any participant, please. I think there is no query regarding topic. So thank you, sir, for giving such a wonderful lecture on the market and marketing strategy in agroforestry. Sir has covered all the aspects related to this topic. Sir has nicely depicted trend of decline forest area under British regime from 1854. It was approximately 64% forest area, and in 2017 it was reported 21.54% of total geographical area. And sir also explained for the sustainable agroforestry that mainly depend upon three pillars I nicely discussed. First one is economic, which is economically valuable, economically stable, and socially profitable to the farmer. And sir also mentioned that India is the largest importer of the good, approximately 80 million ton, which while import is only 3 million ton. So, and sir has nicely explained about the agroforestry market classification, product derived from agroforestry, factor influencing marketing of agroforestry, and constraint of agroforestry market. And sir has nicely explained National Policy for Farmer 2017, National Agroforestry Policy 2000, National Forest Policy 1988, and National Agroforestry Policy 2014, and their role in agroforestry. And through case study conducted in India and foreign countries, sir nicely explained agroforestry product and its market chain. Thank you, sir. Sir, profound understanding and knowledgeful lecture enrich our understanding about this topic. Thank you, sir, once again for your enlightening session, and we look forward to more such enrichment action in the future. Thank you, sir, once again. Sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much for accepting our invitation and delivering such a very nice lecture, sir. Thank you,
Thank you, Prabhat sir, and thank you, Manmohan Dobriyal sir also, and Harsha Agde sir also. Thank you very much.
So, dear participants, with this, we have to end today's sessions. Tomorrow we will meet again for the final day of our 5D national training program. So, thank you very much.